Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is ThePandaPhotographer. I'm out here in New York City, out here in Queens, New York, at Murray's Park here in Long Island City. I come here early in the mornings because this is like the perfect time to do videos here. It's so quiet, it's so peaceful, the birds are chirping, the squirrels are humping. Let's get this video started. So, ladies and gentlemen, Zhiyun sent me a Smooth 5 AI gimbal, right? To use with this smartphone, with this JJC MFS-II adapter with my Maven Filters, with this KNF concept 67 to 77 adapter. Holy cow. So, ladies and gentlemen, and then I had a friend. We met at the storage unit. He noticed sometimes when I come in and out, I'm carrying camera equipment. And he says, I got a gimbal for you. I'm thinking more than those mobile gimbals he's gonna give me. But no, he gives me the original Zhiyun crane gimbal. This is a 11-year-old gimbal. This came out in 2015. From my understanding, from what Wikipedia says, 2015, 2016. Now, it was announced that Zhiyun was going to release a gimbal. Now, gimbals have been coming a long way, but this is one of the first gimbals that can hold a 1,500 gram capacity. It was simple, it was concept, but here's some caveats, everyone. Our gimbals today do not have, this gimbal cannot really stand up to the flexibility of a gimbal today. This gimbal here doesn't have the automatic lock system or the latch system. As you can see, it's just going everywhere right now, as you can see, right? Our gimbals today can fold, can lock in place, can fit in my bag. This can fit in my bag, but what is the caveat is this. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not all bad news. That's just the caveat. So take it with a grain of salt. But for any smartphone use, this gimbal should be still your number one go-to. Hold on 1 second. Let me explain something. First and foremost, I'm not sponsored by Zhiyun, but they did send me that Smooth 5 AI. I'm stopped using it because I'm using this JJC MFS Mark II magnetic lens filter mount adapter. I know it's a handful, right? But I also got the KFC concept 67 to 77 adapter, right? So I can use my Maven filters. That's all I use is Maven filters. Listen, everyone. I know I promote a lot of the Maven filters, but you gotta understand, they send me a whole complete set for free. They get a lifetime of promotions on this channel. So take it with a grain of salt. I love the brand. I love what they're doing. They send me lens caps, replacement lens caps, adapters. So I'm very grateful. So plug to Maven Filters. Their quality is outstanding. Right now I'm using the Maven Filters, a 3-stop, just to shoot this video. So you guys can see it. And mind you, I'm shooting this on my Android device, not on my iPhone. So pay attention to the quality differences compared to my iPhone uses when I'm live streaming. And when I'm live streaming, I'm using this phone and this filter system. Now, I'm going to show you something. I like this gimbal because it does make things simple for me for my mobile system. Why? Because I'm using this adapter or hot shoe mount adapter. Okay? And I'm going to set this onto the phone. To the gimbal. And when I'm using this gimbal for a smartphone, I just think it's practical. I think this is what I think. In 2025, if you still have this Zhiyun crane gimbal, don't throw it away. Use it for your smartphone. Think about it. I'm watching Beast Cage videos, and I'm like, wait, this can fit the Beast Cage. So, and let me explain why I'm talking about the beach cage, because I have an idea to get one. Yes, and I think it will look good on this gimbal with this phone and this setup. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I like how simple this is. But I like how the power of these motors, it can, mind you, help me get the balance I need easy. Because, mind you, there have been some other gimbals like DJI back in the day. It was kind of nitpicking how to like really balance those gimbals. In some older Zhiyun gimbals like the V1 and the V2, yeah, I had some difficulties balancing things on those gimbals. But the worst gimbal I have balancing things on was the MOLUS Air Cross 2. That's by far my worst experience with a gimbal. So as we are talking, I'm just showing you my setup process. But the audio that I'm using is the CINEPEER wireless audio system. Yeah, I'm not using my Rode, which I have in my hand right now, because I'm showing you my system and my setup, how I set up this mobile rig on this particular gimbal. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know if they sell this gimbal, but I'm pretty sure B&H still sell this gimbal in the used department. And mind you, I have bought many things from B&H from the used department, and they last a very, very, very long time. So when it comes to buying something from B&H, quality control, I have to say it's a 9.5 out of 10. And no, I'm not sponsored by, I'm not affiliated with B&H. I just like going there to play with toys. So ladies and gentlemen, as I try to remember my configuration here, because sometimes I do get a little, what do you call it? OCD. I like to make things neat. Boom. See that? Now I can put this microphone on the shirt. Look how it's already balanced. Look how easy that is balanced. I don't need to do anything. Zhiyun, listen. I think you need to resell this gimbal as a alternative to mobile and heavy mobile rigs. Because look at this rig. This rig is heavy, and that's a mobile rig. It has the Sunway Photo PCR01. It has a 1 terabyte SSD. It has a 100 watt hub on it. It just looks like a cinema rig, a little tiny cinema rig. I'm not trying to attract people, but I am going to attract people when people see this setup. They're like, wow, look at this. This is balanced. Watch, I turn it on. Watch this, folks. I don't need to balance anything. It just does the job for me. This is why I love the Zhiyun gimbals. Even with the V1 and V2s, I'm going to be honest with you. They just turn on and try to automatic balance everything. And look. It's in lock mode, so I gotta, double to follow mode. And it works very well. It's not fast in response because I haven't played with the controls. Because I don't think I want to right now. Now, I know I can go into the phone and tweak it out a little bit. I would do that a little later. But right now, I just want you guys to see how in 2025, the Zhiyun Crane, original Crane gimbal, is a much ideal need for heavy smartphone, cinema, film, and documentary photography and videography. It just works. And it looks good. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my setup process. Simple, effective. Audio, filters, camera, gimbal. That's all you need. You don't need the fancy stuff like I have on this rig. I just like to show off in front of DPs a lot. Especially this upcoming June 16th to the 17th, the Blitz Expo at the Japper Center. I'm going to be there. So you should be there. a photographer, a videographer, a pornographer, yeah, pornographers, you should be there. So with that said, everyone, this is my Zhiyun experience. And I do recommend the Zhiyun crane for the smartphone use. I'm going to be using this more than the Smooth 5. And let me explain why I'm going to be using this more than the Smooth 5 AI. Because you see how the JJC adapter is getting in the way of clamping it onto the phone? Well, that's the problem that I'm having. So, I don't know if I want to modify my Smooth 5S AI and try to do an expansion on the grip or not. But if someone can 3D print me a bigger, yeah, it would probably be more ideal. If anyone is out there listening, a filmmaker, if you have a 3D printer and you have the Smooth 5 AI gimbal and you know how let me show you. Let me show you really quickly. Here it is. You see how this, I would like this to have like an extension. So if you do put on accessories, it has that option. So you don't have to go through trying not to mount, because it's not really mounted on my phone and it can slip out anytime when I'm mobile. And I noticed this in all my videos, you can see vibrations. It's smooth, but you can still see the vibration. But if you watch my live stream of the 20th annual Grand Avenue Food and Festival Fiesta that was occurring on Saturday, May 17th, watch that video. You can see this gimbal was so smooth, no micro shakes whatsoever. It was just smooth like butter. But this is why I love the Zhiyun gimbals. They just make sense. So with that said, everyone, go get you one. And right now, I don't think they're that expensive. If you can find one, go on eBay. Don't do Craigslist and do not do Facebook Marketplace. It's getting really out of control and really dangerous. Shop safely, smart, and wise. Look for the best deal. Don't spend no more than like $150 on this gimbal. But at the time of this gimbal that came out, it was more than a $300. I think it was like $399 or something like that, or $499. And you get a bundle package. When it was like, I think it was like $499 at the time. You get a bundle package. The gimbal itself was $399 or $299, something like that, back in 2015, 2016. But ladies and gentlemen, this gimbal came with everything. It came with the whole set and the extra batteries. And I'm grateful. I want to say thank you to my friend that actually gave this to me for free, because he knows I'm a gearhead. So with that said, everyone, I'm happy. You should be too. And now, ladies and gentlemen, but the caveat on this is that when I'm on this gimbal, I can shoot in portrait mode with ease by just turning the head. But on this, I have to find another solution, like a head where I can just turn and twist and make flat. I can put something, an adapter or some type of mechanism on this gimbal. I just don't want too much, but I'm looking for something simple but strong but effective. You know, not cheap on quality, but superb on quality. But with that said, everyone, I know this has been a long talk, but I just want to show you why the crane and gimbal in 2025 is still ideal. A lot of filmmakers like, I don't think so. Really? Go look at my videos. You're gonna be like, okay, I think so now. I can see why you chose this over this. This is cool. It has the functionalities, the features, the gimmicks, and all that. Even the LED light. It even has an LED light. That's fantastic, right? But this doesn't have an LED light. See? Caveats. You know? It doesn't have AI tracking. Caveats. You know? But you can control it and make it mimic mode in the software. So, take it with a grain of salt, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this gimbal ride, but I gotta get going. Thank you for watching this episode of the Zhiyun crane in 2025. Guys, listen, I leave all the links to all this stuff down in that description below. You know, that the information that you never want to read in 2025, yeah, go look at that stuff. You know, if you want to buy some Maven filters, listen, I'm not an affiliate, but listen, go to their main website. Trust me, if you don't do the Amazon anymore, because someone told me they bought through the Amazon, do my link, and they said like they messed up the package, it came damaged. Yeah, but check this out, ladies and gentlemen. You order your Maven filters directly, I guarantee you, not only you get your package much faster than Amazon, but you get your package much secure than Amazon, and you get it direct. And mind you, if anything goes wrong, Maven Filters will replace it, guaranteed. With no questions asked. Like, okay, they just fill out this form, send it to us, explain what happened. Hey, keep in contact with them. I guarantee the support that Maven Filters and the communication on social media. And mind you, guys, they post everyone's work on their social media. Everyone. So if you want to tag them and upload a photo to them, oh, they're gonna post it for you. They're gonna give them time. They're gonna post it. So many requests, because that is a brand that wants to communicate and unite. So, ladies and gentlemen, I promote Maven Filters a lot. I just love their filters. And mind you, without video, listen, you can't do video without ND filters, variable ND filters, and audio. You gotta have both. Sometimes you may be having those lazy days you don't want to take it out, but still use an ND filter. I can forgive you if you don't use the audio, but use an ND filter all the time, because people don't want to see screen tear or screen bite. None of that artificial jagged in the video. People want to see smooth operator videos, like a smooth operator, you know, that song. Yeah, dude, come on, play it right now. I guarantee you, like, I see what Panda's saying. You got that beat in your head? Flow with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Zhiyun, for sending the Smooth AI 5S AI. It's been wonderful. But guys, click the links. You want to support the channel financially? Be a big boy out there, John. Yeah, talking to you, John. Support the channel. As real people like me, you want to make real content and real work and give people and consumers like you the sense of satisfaction and reliability to let you know I'm a real user. I'm not an influencer. I'm a reviewer. That's the difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. See ya.